Guys, what's up? Here we are talking Game of Thrones live. I saw the episode and oh my god, sorry about the lighting, it's really bright. I don't really have time to fix it all, and I wanted to give you guys a little better of a lighting than usually what I do for these live reactions, but I want to talk about Game of Thrones Beyond the Wall. Holy shit. Now, I'll say this, I don't think it's generally the most epic episode I thought it was going to be. I thought having the Avengers of Westeros, the Suicide Squad, whatever you want to call them, some of my favorite characters, I necessarily thought it was going to be a little bit better, no lie. I thought it was going to be a tiny bit better. I thought we were going to get a little more action in there. But overall, I still was very impressed with the episode. I thought the episode was fantastic in a lot of ways. But I think there's just, for this episode, there's a lot of game-changing moments in here. And, I mean, it was beyond crazy, and it set up a lot of good stuff to come for the rest of the season. So let's get to the nitty-gritty. My boy, Viseron, he's dead. And it's really sad, and it made me sad to see him perish. And I mean, the Night King is an Olympic javelin thrower. Man, one hit. And I mean, Dany's reaction to her dragon is one of the saddest things I think I've seen in Game of Thrones, and it's truly one of the best acting just visually from her. And then after that, of course, we get her and Jon Snow on the boat. These are some of the best moments through the whole episode. You see them talking, just their one-on-one interaction. It's like, I know they're related, and it sucks because I kind of wish they weren't. You know, it kind of sucks a lot in a lot of ways because they'd be cute together. But I do enjoy their interaction. I like how Jon Snow's like, I would bend the knee, but I can't. I'm really wounded. You know, he pulled a lot of good stops out of there. And then we see Benji showing up, Benji Stark, which was great to see. He saves Jon. Little too on the nose coincidence, but I still really enjoyed that. Tormund, I thought he was dead. I was like, oh my god, I was really shocked that no other bigger characters died. I mean, yeah, we lost him, and then we lost one of the brothers in the Brotherhood without banners, and that was a little really sad for me because I liked that character too. But it really overall, I thought we were gonna lose someone else. I thought Jorah, maybe. I thought, you know, maybe I didn't think the Hound would perish, and I didn't think Jon would perish, or Tormund. I thought Tormund was dead, but then the Hound, one of my favorites, showed up and saved him, and I really happy that he lived, because I love Tormund. I think if you kill him off, there's really nothing else for the wildlings, because then you just have a bunch of faceless people, because really the wildlings are the wildlings. But I mean, fantastic episode from that point on, and we just keep moving on with this whole episode, and there's just a lot of great interactions between all the characters. Tormund first seeing a giant dragon storming was a great reaction. The Night King's reaction, just them all running, and just it overall seemed like a stupid mission, but it was accomplished in a very good way. I mean, they did lose a dragon, and they gave it to the Night King. A big prediction that I've been making for a couple seasons now, that the Night King was going to be one of the dragon riders and take one of the dragons, which is really cool. It kind of disappoints me because I thought Tyrion would be the third one, but it turns out it looks like it's going to be Night King, Jon, and Daenerys, and I love seeing that. I think there's a couple complaints I do have, is that where's Theon been? I think Theon was, I kind of wish he was, where's he been? I mean, he's been at Stormborn and he hasn't been there, and I feel like that's a reason that we should be seeing. I think that's one of the biggest things, one of the biggest glaring issues for me so far. Besides that, I think this episode just moved at a very slower pace than I expected. I thought there was going to be a lot more action. There was a lot of waiting and seeing, and when they all started coming towards them, when the Hound was just throwing the rock, I love that. The Hound, you just knew he was like, I hate my life. This is going to suck. It really did suck. But really just wanted all the action. And then the fire swords, that was cool. The zombie bear was insane. That was a really crazy scene that I enjoyed. I love Tyrion's reaction to Daenerys when they're talking. And I mean, Tyrion's very level-headed, smart, and I loved seeing that from this episode. Arya and Sansa going back and forth, that was great. I honestly thought Arya was going to take her face for a second. Maybe she still will next episode, who knows. But, I mean, overall, this episode, it was just a lot of one-on-one dialogue. That's my only thing with this episode, is it was more dialogue and more and some action. I didn't love this episode as much as I did want it to, but I still really enjoyed this episode. It wasn't like the first epic episode we got this season when we first see the dragon lighting fire. That was awesome. But overall, like, I enjoyed this episode. It does show how strong the Night King is, and I think this was more of a setup episode as well for what's to come. It was a good addition, carrying some good action and some good for what's to come, but it also was a very insane episode. And I think I'm just not as hyped about it because how it ended. It made me sad because I loved the dragons, and I knew someone was going to die, and here we go. How are they going to handle this? Where are they going to go? It's going to be very hard to see when the Night King can take out a dragon in one fucking hit. How are you going to do that? But other than that, I really enjoyed this episode, like I said. And some predictions for next week. I'm guessing Cersei and Daenerys, we're going to see their meet finally. I mean, it's probably going to be a lot of that. I would assume maybe we'll get some action because of how fast-paced the season's going. We might get some Night King. I feel like next episode of the Night King is going to take down the wall with that dragon. And I feel like next week we're going to lose some pretty big characters. I feel like Tormund will probably die since he's staying there. I also feel like anyone who's staying at that wall is going to die. I don't see a lot of those characters living through that with a fucking ice dragon. And I just don't see that at all working out. But I see the Hound seeing the mountain for the first time in a while. I see probably a Euron scene, some Yara, Theon, something around there. I hope so. It would be a very glaring issue for me if they don't. I know next episode is supposed to be the longest episode ever for Game of Thrones, but I mean, that's all I really gotta say. I really enjoyed this episode again, guys. I think this was a really interacting episode, and I thought it was fun. I just wanted a bit more from how great the setup was. I mean, you have 7... It was 7, I think, of some of my favorite characters, some of the most badass characters in the show, especially the Hound, Tormund, the Brotherhood without banners, Jon and Jorah, all great. Like I said, their interactions were fantastic. I loved seeing all their interactions when they're talking. There's a lot of great one-on-one moments in here, and really, guys, if I missed anything, please comment down below after this live stream if you caught it, and tell me what you guys thought of the episode, what were your favorite moments of it, and what did you guys think of this episode the most. I really want to talk about that. I think it's going to be really exciting stuff to talk about. Lots of stuff in this episode and lots more to come. It's really sad to know that there's only 7 episodes of Game of Thrones. Put that in perspective. 7 episodes of Game of Thrones left. Makes you really sad. Makes me sad. And I don't know what to do with my life. But other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. And if you're not, then welcome back. And I can't wait to talk more movies with you guys. I got some indie movie reviews coming out this weekend. And I might be having some Game of Thrones videos popping up for live streams. I'll be giving some shout-outs and working with some other guys over on some other YouTube channels. With this, we're all putting up our top 5 different lists for the rest of the week, leading up to the final episode. So you got LC Screen Talk and Almost Sideways Adam. You got them two as well. And then there's another guy, too. I'm going to put his link down below. I didn't see his name. He's new. I've only watched a couple of his videos, but I know he's a really good reviewer, too, from what I've seen. His name is missing in my head for the past couple seconds, but I will put that down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day.